Yes, people, it's Eagle Talks Football. We are back again with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button in case you haven't already done so. Just to let you guys know why you should do that. We got ourselves a wonderful panel show today. We're going to be talking about the Man City, Arsenal facing Man City at home, Liverpool facing Everton in the Merseyside derby, Manchester United facing Chelsea in what is the typical Manchester United Chelsea game, where it always usually has a bunch of goals, left, right, and center, a bunch of errors, and it's always very entertaining. Plus, we got to talk about the UCL matchups that we just seen: Atletico Bilbao, Arsenal, Man City versus Napoli, Liverpool last minute winner, and versus Atletico Madrid, and the manager losing his head. And finally, before we go any further, we finish off the weekend by talking about some of the things going on in the world of sports. Like, did you guys hear Mudryk has switched sports? He's no longer going to be a footballer, but he's now going to be a track runner, training for the 100-meter dash for the upcoming Olympics to represent Ukraine. Absolutely crazy U-turn from his career. But before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. Shout out to everyone joining us from Mo's channel. And yeah, let's begin. We got Rack in the building. Also, before I bring Rack in, I just gotta say there's a channel sponsor in case you guys can't see it right there, and there's a QR code also. This right here is OK Jersey. OK Jersey is a site where you can get whatever shirts you want, be it your own club, international, old school, new school, and they're very affordable prices. Of course, they're not the authentic ones, but they look very, very real, and it's quite cheap. And also, you get an 8% discount if you use my QR code. So I would check it out if I were you. The link is in the description, and this is going to be the channel sponsor for the next month. But yeah, we got Rack in the building, we got Ahmed in the house, and the rest of the boys are going to come. But yeah, before we go any further, crazy news, guys. Mudryk is no longer a footballer. He's going to be a track star.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, when you watch him play, he was never a footballer to begin with. So it's a good thing that he's switching sports. His best attribute is his pace. He's rapid and over long distance. You know what? When you're good at something, you might as well choose something that's more compatible. And you can obviously see that football's not the most compatible with for him. And then switching to, I think it's a great move. I think it's a great move, man. Like I don't understand. I'm not even trolling. I'm actually being honest. Like, I think this is great. Like, he's not gonna make a career in football. He's not really that good. Arsenal escaped the bullet. He's been awful ever since he joined Chelsea. And yeah, bro, like his whole time at Chelsea is just he went from curtains to just having a skinhead. That's his career. That's it, bro.
His hairstyles. You're saying his hairstyles are more memorable than football,
bro? That's the truth. Isn't it? That's the truth. He's not done anything to warrant that he's been even a decent player. Like, that's all he... Yeah, bro. Like, that's
what's crazy? I remember he came on, his first appearance, he came on as a sub against Liverpool. And for about 15 minutes, he looked unplayable. And Chelsea fans, like, even I was looking at him, I was like, damn, who the fuck is this? Because I'd heard a little bit about him, and I know Arsenal were linked with him. It seemed like Arsenal were going to get him. And I was like, damn, this guy, he could be incredible. Like, that 15 minutes that he had was eye-opening. And it turns out that was the pinnacle of his Chelsea career. After that, it was only downhill. And I don't know about this whole 100 meters thing. I don't think it's super easy to stop from being a footballer and all of a sudden, when you're like in your mid-20s, become a sprinter. That's also a bit crazy. But obviously, with this situation, potentially Chelsea are looking at suing him for breach of contract. So crazy. I don't know what's going to happen there, but because Chelsea have invested a lot of money in him, so and that's just going to be watered down the drain. I don't know what kind of protection they've got in that sense, but even if it was 60, 70, or 80 million, either way, they're not going to be able to sue Mudryk for 80 million because he might have some millions. He's not going to have 80 million. So Chelsea looking at basically taking a massive loss on him.
I know. And we're gonna have to talk about all that. Also, we're gonna get onto the UCL matches and speak about some of them. We got Vader in the building also. Welcome, Vader. Some big games this weekend. Some big games. But before we go any further, can we just speak about Newcastle quickly? Newcastle versus Barcelona.
Yeah.
There's no Newcastle panelists, but I think that was a good game. And Anthony Gordon taking shots at all the Premier League teams, saying we're not used to facing footballers like this. We're used to facing Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, but this is not like Barcelona. Their midfielders is very difficult to press them. The best, they are the best in that aspect.
Yeah, facts, bro.
But that is also just only one aspect of football, right? Like, of course, Barcelona have an incredibly technical midfield, and they sometimes, when they were passing the ball around, especially I remember like when Newcastle got the equaliser, Barcelona were brilliant in terms of keeping control of the ball. They just pass. Newcastle couldn't even get off them.
And that's why technical ability and all these lot talking about me being an aesthetic merchant. Yeah, that's so that's a super ironic here that Anthony Gordon, who's a professional footballer, who's come across Premier League midfielders coming out saying against Pedri, who's the least athletic out of Bruno Gomes and flipping Joe Linton. He's built like a twig. Frankie de Jong ain't the most athletic, but they're proper footballers who control the game, dictate the tempo, and will literally. What's good with having all that physicality if you're running like a dog and when you do get the ball, you can't do anything because you're worn out. Bro, PSG won a flipping treble with Vitinha and Ruiz, pure control in their midfield. So he's spitting facts, and it tells you a lot.
That's true, Ahmed. That's true, Ahmed. But Inter also eliminated this Barcelona team with their incredibly technical midfield, which they couldn't compare. So there's more than one way to skin a cat, and Barcelona are going to be a challenge for anybody. Absolutely. They have got a very technical midfield. But all these factors are important. Like, of course, physicality is also important in modern football too.
Now,
do you guys think it was a shot at all of us, or do you think he's just
it is a shot?
Not at all of us, no.
He mentioned Man City.
Raiders like, you're not like us.
He mentioned Man City.
Yeah, he mentioned Man City because of what he's experienced this past year with us falling off. But had it been the City that's been City, he wouldn't have mentioned us.
He said this is the best. He said this is the best football team he ever faced.
Yeah, again, it's because maybe he's trying to politic a move. I don't know, but we know he didn't mean it.
Politic a move to what? To City?
All right, and we can't let Ahmed slide. Ahmed is the first guy to criticize Marcus Rashford, and off the back of that performance, you got to big him up.
Okay. Do you want to explain it then? I'll explain it. I watched the full game. Yeah, I watched the full game. In that first half, can we admit that he was trash? He was trash in it. He was trash. Right.
Did you watch it with your new glasses or your old ones?
Bro, these glasses are amazing. I watched it with these glasses. Facts. Okay. I watched it with these glasses. Yeah, I'm always going to praise these. The prescription, I even got his name contacted on my... I'm not joking. I promise you, yeah. Rashford, those 2 goals that he scored were fantastic, especially the second one. That was an amazing goal. Egal, I've seen this guy score bangers at my club against Chelsea, against Man City. Veta will know on the half volley. I've seen him score bangers, right? So my fingers with Rashford is that I've never said that he's complete trash, but it was the right time to move on because there's certain things that he does on the pitch consistently that even you're seeing at Barcelona in the first half, running into players, not making the right decision. In 1v1s, he's not that great, but he is great at ball striking. His ball striking's quality, yeah. But like, it's not really RC. It's a United issue. I mean, bro, we've seen this at United. We've seen him cook Arsenal many times. Like, he's always cooked you, innit? Like when you nutmegged Partey. But it was a great goal. It was a fantastic goal. I will give him his flowers. Amazing goal. But listen, man of the match was Frankie and Pedri. Those are the 2 best players because they ran the show.
I think man of the match is the guy who scored the 2 goals.
Nah, bro.
They gave man of the match to the guy who scored the 2 goals. To be
fair. But man of the match is all about highlights now, isn't it? So it's not really about performance. But.
All right, fair. Pedri was the best player on the pitch. I'll give you that. Let's move on. Van Dijk and Liverpool. You can't keep getting away with this. Surely Liverpool can't keep getting away with it. Last minute.
Define what you mean by getting away with.
You can't keep getting last minute winners. Every single game this season has been a late winner.
Did we clearly deserve to win that game?
100% you deserve to win that game.
Okay, so when am I not getting away with that?
From when it's 2-2 and you get another late winner, at this point it's just written in the stars. Every game.
But over the course of the game, we were clearly the better team. The difference was we scored in the last minute, right? It's like the Burnley game. If we scored that goal in the 3rd minute rather than the 3rd from last minute, no one will be saying lucky. It's the timing of the goal more than anything. And what it comes from is mostly from rivals because you're hoping, you know what, Liverpool, they might just drop points here. They may just drop some points. Well, they're so close. And then you get and then it's snatched away from you in the last minute. That's what it is.
Fair, you were 2 points. You're 2 goals ahead. Drop them, and then let them get back into the game. And eventually, it was like, are they finally going to lose a game or drop points? And then next thing, or drop anything this season. And next thing you know, you find a way to win.
And you know what? But also, there will come a time this season where the shoe will be on the other foot. There will come a time this season where we batter a team, and maybe they turn around and get the last minute win, or they turn around and we just can't. That's just the nature of football. And then you lot will say, oh, your luck ran out. And that's fair enough.
Right. And then there's a second point. After Van Dijk's goal, people are like, you know what, solidified. He's the best goal. He's the best striker of this generation, best defender of this generation. And arguably, let's just be honest, he is the best defender of all time. That's what people are now saying off the back of a goal.
Well, look, he's undoubtedly the best defender of this generation. I don't think anybody's questioning that. I don't know anyone seriously questioning that. I think he's in there with the conversation. It's difficult to say, right? Because a lot of people who started watching football maybe in the last 15 years wouldn't have seen a prime Nesta, wouldn't have seen a prime Baresi, wouldn't have seen a prime Beckenbauer or that kind of thing. Like I saw some of those. I've seen Nesta. I saw a little bit of Baresi. I didn't see Beckenbauer. So, like, it's difficult to say. All we can say, right, is that in every aspect of the game, Virgil van Dijk is dominant. He's an exceptional passer. He's an exceptional header of the ball, which there are 3 times as many headed goals in the Premier League now compared to when the Premier League started in 1992. That just shows how important aerial dominance is. And Virgil van Dijk is the most dominant of all the aerially dominant defenders. He can pass, he can score goals, he's a leader, he marshals the back line. He's been consistent before injury, after injury. So if people want to say that he's not that and that he's playing in an era where the strikers aren't that good, that's you can say that's an argument. I don't subscribe to that argument because I think the demands placed on central defenders now, when you're playing with a high line, you're playing against much more athletic players, and tactics have certainly in general improved over the last 15, 20 years. Fitness levels have improved significantly over the last 25, 30, 40 years. I think Virgil van Dijk's up there. If people want to disagree, that's fine. You're never going to change my opinion.
Fair. Vader, you back? You there? No.
Nah, listen, with Van Dijk here, listen. Just a quick thing. Yeah,
he can't stop himself.
Yeah, but I can't stop myself. It's my ADHD in it, bro. Van Dijk here is obviously very good, but when people say best of all time, like it's a massive stretch. Like we've seen, you can't forget about centre backs like John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic, all these guys. Yeah, Jaap Stam, even Sergio Ramos, Varane, Thiago Silva. Like we've seen so many great centre backs. The thing is,
he's a better all-around centre back than all of them.
I disagree. With who? Against
ability to defend 1v1, ability to defend as a
Rio
team.
Can do everything Van Dijk can do.
Only thing Rio doesn't have over Van Dijk is probably Van Dijk also can contribute goals.
Rio formed an amazing partnership with Vidic. He didn't have any other good partnerships. Even when he was playing with John Terry for England were leaking goals left, right, and centre.
Talk about it.
When Rio stepped it up and went to a different level when Vidic arrived.
Rio Ferdinand is quality. For me personally, the best.
He's one of the best. Absolutely, we're talking fine margins here. So
yeah, all I'm saying is that the best centre back I've seen in the Premier League is John Terry. I don't like him, but I think he's the best.
I think I can comfortably say Van Dijk is a better defender than
who? John Terry.
Yeah,
no chance.
Because of his athleticism, he can get himself out of way more problems than John Terry could have.
John Terry doesn't face problems though. He's literally faced he's faced the best attackers you're ever going to see in the Premier League. One of the best.
His positional awareness is great, but there's also times where his physical limitations will let him down compared to Van Dijk, where he has the athleticism to get himself out of problems.
Well, with John Terry, so as some of the people in the chat have mentioned, when Van Dijk's partner changes, his level doesn't drop. He's played with Matip, he's played with Lovren, he's played with Garnacho, he's played with Joe Gomez. And so with all of these partners, he elevates them and his level doesn't drop. And I think there's an argument to be said for Terry to have something similar. The difference is that I think if you put Terry in a high line, it's going to be difficult. Terry was very close in terms of aerial dominance. I think his passing was close-ish, but I think Van Dijk still has more tools to his armory than Terry, in my opinion. But I'm not. If Chelsea, I'm sure there are going to be Chelsea fans who are going to disagree with that, and
okay.
That's fine.
Let's keep it moving. But before we do, shout out to Terry Jones for the super chat. Big up to you. He says Ahmed is a joker. Allow Ahmed, man. Allow Ahmed. Van Dijk got more tech than all of them, and tech machine.
Tech merchants.
Defending. Yeah, merchants. Hype defenders. Defending.
I'll be honest, I haven't got a Scooby on what he's trying to say in it. Like,
he's basically saying for somebody who hypes up a lot of tech, Van Dijk has more tech than all those defenders.
When I talk about tech, can you name me the positions that I'm talking about? Is it defense? Honestly, be honest. Is it centre backs? When have I ever talked with centre backs? With me, it's all about the attackers and the midfielders, and it's full backs. Yeah, in centre backs, you don't have to be world class on the ball. You just have to be competent. That's it. That's all you have to be. So I'm not looking for a guy. That's like me. Oh, look at Ederson. Ederson is a better goalkeeper than flipping, I don't know.
Ederson's got the most tech. He's got the most tech.
Exactly. All right, guys, Bridge Nation's here. Finally, we can speak about Chelsea Bayern. Chelsea got absolutely handed to them. Belt to ass by Bayern. What are you saying, man?
Proper Chelsea now.
Big up to everyone that's here.
You know what?
Big up to everyone.
That's rude. Ahmed shows up. You don't say, welcome, Ahmed. How are you doing? How's everything, bro? Straight away, you start pressing about the Bayern. That's not the way to introduce your guests.
Listen, the pride of London getting slapped. What are we going to
do? You know, all I will say, listen, you know, it's only one game. Yeah, and I think we didn't lose necessarily to Bayern. We just lost ourselves at the end of the day. You know, it was. You know what I mean? Not Bayern's fault. It was our fault that we lost. You know what I mean? We created our own errors. Bayern, in my personal opinion, won the better team. It was just genuinely us. It was just us and our stupid errors which cost us that. You know what I mean? That's all it was. There we go.
Okay, it would be that would be acceptable if it was like a 1-0, if it was like a 2-1.
It was a 3-1. It was a 3-1 though. Like if it be
to me, it was Bayern Munich outclassing you and forcing you into errors.
It was a Vincent company.
A penalty. Welcome to the Champions League, my friend.
I absolutely disagree. I don't think they can made us essentially for just ourselves. You know, we put ourselves into a position. Let's know that Bayern put us into the positions to make those errors. In my personal opinion, that's what it was. And again, look at the first goal. Right? You look at the first goal. That was a poor, a lack of us being on the ball mentally. Right? That was a lapse of concentration on our part, which caused that to happen. You look at the second goal. I think Caicedo was too aggressive there in that moment in time. Again, that's just a lack of obviously being a bit more. You know what I mean? Again, and then again, third goal. You look at it again. It's just a poor touch by Gusto again. You know, again, all these things were not caused by.
He was getting Gusto, like he got pressed. When Gusto received the ball, he got pressed.
If you look at the what happened? Chalobah's pass was way too strong. Gusto then obviously had to then control it. He wasn't able to control it properly, and so it's just a Chalobah and Gusto situation that occurred there. That's all it is.
So both made mistakes, but you don't think there's a cause of that mistake occurring?
Yeah.
No, I just think it's just due to us not being 100% concentration-wise and being on the ball. That's all it is. It wasn't due to Bayern. Bayern weren't even pressing us that much, if we're being fair. You know,
not that much, but they did in spurts. They did it. In my opinion, watching it.
I know what you mean, Bayern, but I think it was more so towards Tosin that they were targeting. They were clearly targeting Tosin in terms of that press. If we're being fair.
But guys, it's okay. Chelsea play entertaining football. They lose 3-1.
Not even that, innit?
Come on.
Not even that, bro.
You know, I think it's very ironic. You know, again, it shouldn't be fair for us to be critiqued. We lost to Bayern, but you know, there's still 7 games remaining, and I expect us, barring the Barcelona game, to be winning.
The reason why you're getting critiqued is because I seen clear difference in quality in this game, and it shows certain players that are not up to standard yet.
I would disagree. I don't think it was a lack of quality. I just think the players themselves, just they showed up with the wrong mentality. That's all it is. I think if they that's all it is. Simple as that. If the players,
who's got this sandbox thing?
It's Vaya.
Look at him trying to keep a straight face. You know what it is though, with young players though, this is always going to happen. Development's not linear. There's going to be ups and downs. Chelsea have some quality players, but I think even though they invest a lot of money, some of the players have yet to prove themselves, and some of them will prove themselves eventually, and others unfortunately will fall by the wayside. And along the way, you're going to get the odd result like this.
Chelsea play Barca at home. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Also, you can also make the point. No Musiala they had. Alfonso Davies is out. They're playing midfielders in fullbacks. They've got Upamecano and Jonathan Tah, who aren't really like outstanding centre backs. So you can say that Chelsea are lacking in the centre back department, but Bayern Munich's defense ain't that known to be good either. Yes. And their midfield, Kimmich, yeah, cool. He's good in it. He's very good, and he's played for the longest. He's a great player. But bro, like, don't tell me that you don't have enough quality. The likes of Cole Palmer, the way how he was moving, bro. Cole Palmer did not deserve to be, bro. Palmer, yeah, did not deserve to be on the losing side. That guy was cooking. Yeah, he's the one that almost made it. He's the only guy that almost made it a respectable scoreline. He's the only guy. Yeah, I'm watching Elise ball out. I'm watching Cole Palmer, bro. They should be playing in the same team. And Cucurella was getting cooked against Elise, bro. Like Harry Kane should have scored. Another goal when he had a chance on the left-hand side. Elise missed a clear cut when Kane pulled it to him. They should have scored like 5 goals. Created better opportunities, better on the ball. I don't know.
Ahmed, listen. Ahmed was able to
get neutralized.
He neutralized Ahmed. But let me add to this. Because only Ahmed and myself have glasses. I think we see things that you guys aren't seeing. We're seeing things a little different. All the differences, all the additions, all the adjustment that Vincent Company did is why I think you need to give credit to them. You can't just say Chelsea made their mistakes, Chelsea didn't play, Chelsea gave them goals. No. What Vincent Company and what he did for Bayern was what you should be prepared for. Oh, Rax doesn't like when I want to talk about the opposing manager. But what he was able to do is it's going to be long in this Champions League, Ahmed. Like the comment came up, this isn't Conference League anymore. This is the UCL, and I know you've won 2 of them, but to get back and to be confident, it's a completely new format. You're not accustomed to this format. When you were playing this format, they had group stages. This is different. So you can't afford losses like this. And I don't know the rest of fixtures that you have with regards to the UCL. But listen, you guys got an awakening. You got reminded that you can't go around saying that you're world champions and not prove it.
World champions.
Listen, all well and good. These are all great comments. But, I just want to point out quite easily that, again, this is an 8-game fixture. You know what I mean? Yes, we lost our first game, 7 more to play. And I expect us to at least win 6 out of that 7, in my personal opinion.
6 of the remaining 7.
Yes, we should be winning 6 of the remaining 7.
What are Chelsea's fixtures? What are Chelsea's fixtures?
Nice.
Which is basically Bar and Barcelona. Everyone else should be beaten. Should be beaten. Barcelona
home away.
Yeah, we'll see. It's never that easy. Away from home, some of these teams are tough.
Is Papa away tough?
You don't say that because they just
we played Lens a year ago away from home. They were tough. And when we played them when we played them on our ground, it was like a 6-0 battering or something like that. Some of these teams at their ground, they have a different mentality. But yeah, what do you call it? Taylor Jones comes back at Ahmed and says, "Big up Ahmed, teeth still shining. Garnacho, last minute winner incoming."
Let's go, man. Big up to my boy Tyler Jones, man. Much appreciated.
Big up Tyler. Let's quickly shift gears though. Shout out to Tyler for the 2 super chats. Really do appreciate it, brother. But we are kind of trying to stay on topic. Man City, Arsenal are going to be playing each other, and I kind of feel like it's a good time to also bring in our UCL games that we played. Arsenal played a game versus Atletico Bilbao where we were very tight, and we won it at the end 2-0. everyone was criticizing the way that we played and the fact that the game was boring. But you know something, we win the game. Who gives a shit if it's boring or not? We've seen much more. We've seen this type of football be successful for other people. So I don't think it should be a thing where Arsenal be beaten with this stick now that we're the ones that are not playing the most exciting football. I think what people view as exciting, in my opinion, is a team that concedes a lot of chances and creates a lot of chances.
Now, what is this gimmick about Chelsea play exciting football? I've never heard Chelsea play exciting football. If anything, you know, people criticize our football for being boring and slow. You should be asking the local fans, like myself here in the stadium, who go to these games, how they feel. They literally cook our manager because they don't like his style of play. So it's very ironic to be calling Chelsea the exciting style of play when that is clearly.
Yeah, I've watched all of your games. There's nothing exciting in it, bro.
And for me, I always say I don't. At least if you ask the average Chelsea fan, they don't care how you play, bro. As long as you win. That's been the listen. We've had managers who have not played exciting football. Mourinho, Conte, right?
Yeah, but
your online fans. Right? Your online fans like.
Yeah, but that's from Abramovich era, though. That's from Abramovich.
No, but the point still stands. The point still stands, right? In terms of like,
it's your online fans. It's your online fans, like CFC Mod and these guys. They're always speaking about how do Arsenal fans watch this? How do they watch this? It's so boring. You can't even see your team doing anything for 30, 40 minutes at a time, and it's like, what are you talking about, man? I'm just confused. Like they're just sitting there, like, do you guys really the pot calling the kettle black? It's like, what are we doing,
bro?
But yeah,
are we talking about the City game?
Let's bring it back though. Atletico Bilbao, I feel like it's not the best game to speak about. Shout out to Martinelli and Trossard for doing their thing, but I also want to kind of speak about the Man City game. Man City showed a much better performance versus Napoli. Also, don't forget they were down to 10 men for a large portion of the game. And Doku showed up. Foden once again playing well. And Erling Haaland he scores goals for fun. He already has 12 goals this season. Take that in. 12 goals this season in all comps for Erling Haaland. That is insane.
Yeah. I mean,
before Beta goes, can I just say one thing? Yeah. I know Rack knows what I'm going to say. Yeah. Philip Walter Foden. That guy, is quality. Yeah, the football will never leave you when you have pure ability, man. See this guy, the way he was moving, the passing, the movement, the on the half turn, the way how he was carrying the ball. He should have got an assist when he gave it to Reinders. That pass he gave to Haaland. That guy is a proper footballer. And when I'm hearing people say, "Oh, he's not good after one season," when he's given 5 consistent seasons prior to that, people can say, "Oh, you're glazing him." Yeah, I don't give a toss if I'm glazing it. Do you get me? When I see a player that I like. Yeah, I don't care if he plays for City. It's similarly with Liverpool. When Firmino plays football, I like it. So this guy's quality. I don't understand why people were like, okay, cool, he didn't perform last season, but you can't just overanalyze that and minimize all the stuff that he's done prior, because all that he's done prior was quality. Like he's contributed to titles for Man City. He contributed to titles. So
wipe off the Krispy Kreme.
Now, but you don't. If it's Saka, you'd give me a 10-minute monologue, innit? That's all I'm saying, innit? That's all I'm saying. That's a fact.
Hey, we got the City fan to do monologues about his players. Talk to me. How you feeling? Your players cooking before the Arsenal game, and you know what? We're gonna shift gears to the Arsenal game right now. Since Jay's not here, we're gonna skip over his team's performance.
That's cool. Listen, I'm gonna talk briefly. I'm gonna talk about the last 2 games, right? The last 2 games, obviously, United and now Napoli, and how we look is what I'm most impressed with, right? I like how my manager has kind of looked like he settled on a back four that he wants to see how well they can do. Looks like he settled on a midfield because he didn't make any changes from either game. Can I expect the same with the fact that we've played these 2 games back to back? We played on a Thursday, you played on a Tuesday, and we're now playing again on a Sunday. I don't know. He may look at the advantage that you guys have rest-wise and may want a different set of legs in our midfield. I'm not too sure. But I really like how we're playing. I like our approach. We're doing a combination of, obviously, we're going to suffocate you to death. We're going to pass it. We're going to be in that final third. But it also looks like players are looking up and they're trying to take advantage of some transitions, some counters you may want to call out throughout the game. And I think that gets the best out of Haaland. And Haaland is having his worst start. Believe it or not, Haaland right now is having his worst start of his Premier League season of all the seasons he's been here. He's only scored 5 goals. So if we can continue to do what we do and look to make him the focal point, look to make him put the defenders under pressure, because like Ahmed said, and sometimes you don't even have to explain things.
I don't have to explain what's understood, man.
You don't have to explain what's understood. Foden is quality. Foden is that guy.
Vader's make up his own backing vocals.
Listen. I got a production team over here. Foden released that pass to Haaland, and Haaland caused that Napoli player to panic in a way, try to clear the ball, and obviously got a red and got ejected. That was because of Foden. So I want us to continue to take our opportunities, and if he can put pressure on a Saliba just returning and a Gabriel, maybe we can get some joy out of this. But we're going to the Emirates. We're going to the red carpet. We're already at a disadvantage. We're not favorites. We need to show that we can still play at this level against arguably the best defense in the Prem. So I'm happy with the confidence that my players are getting, my manager. And you know what? I'm not saying that we're back, but I'm saying this will be the best test of the season so far versus Arsenal.
Before we get into the Arsenal game, one more piece of conversation we need to discuss. Not Erling Haaland. We're going to discuss him at a later date. He's always a topic of discussion.
Well, we could talk about what he's been doing in the UCL. We could.
I'll just say this: Phil Foden, 2 good performances. 2 good performances from other players. We always ask for more. Let's see if he can continue to keep it up. As for Jeremy,
we always ask for more.
As for Jeremy Doku, he's impressed me more because I don't usually see back-to-back great performances from Jeremy Doku. I think I've now seen 3 good performances from him.
You can't say impress you more. I don't think you can go so far as to say you impress you more.
Because Phil Foden's held to a higher regard. So Phil Foden's were held to this high pendulum.
Wait. Hold on.
To reach that,
you still hold Foden to that high regard.
Digging himself out of a grave, trying to just come back to like relevancy.
So I'm just sorry, Igal. You still hold Phil Foden up here?
No, because of what individual awards that he's won previously, he's held to a higher regard.
So you hold him to a high regard because of these won previously.
Yes,
so when he has a performance,
I judge him at a higher level.
Yeah. So when he has a man of the match, like in the Champions League, you just be like, that's expected.
No,
what do you mean? The same is we either held to a higher standard or held in a higher regard. You're mixing the metaphors there. So I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
He's held to a higher standard. Basically, we need to see consistent level of performances from Phil Foden of this caliber.
When you say someone's held to a higher standard, that means that that more is expected of him than is expected of other players. That's not what you're. I don't think that's what you're.
More is expected from him, Erling Haaland, Rodri. Simple.
Those 3. Okay. All right. That's
even Bernardo Silva a little bit more than the rest.
You're entitled to your opinion. That's no problem.
Doku though, I don't hold Doku to that level. If I see great performance from Doku, I'll call it as it is. He's had some good performances, and what a goal he had. For somebody who should have been speaking about tech, the tech for his goal was more impressive than anything Phil Foden did that whole game.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. But we're not going to fall for it, Ahmed. No. We see through Igal what he's trying to do. With regards to Doku, with regards to what Doku did, listen. This is the funny thing is, right? I myself, Ahmed recognizes tech. Chelsea Ahmed also has spoke about Doku. You guys often have to wait until it's GA. We don't. We can see the player and we can see the ability and we can ask for it. Okay, let's have it relate to GA, but we know the quality of player. Now, even before he was delivering on the assists in the United game, on the goals in this Napoli game, I've been saying, just give me some consistency, Doku. Be healthy on that pitch. Know how to find your spots. I think we're getting the 3rd year Doku, and he's chefing up right now. He's cooking.
Hey, this is the biggest Doku defender on the planet. Does he start versus Arsenal?
So it'll be interesting because he's now played 2 games in a row, right? I don't know if Pep's going to switch something up to bring a wrinkle. Because I don't know if you want to talk Arsenal so quick, but in my opinion, all right, in my opinion, it looks like Arteta has been really dragging out these games in terms of these 90 minutes. And let me use an analogy. He's pulling teams to have to play out in deep water, right? He's making you have to struggle for the first half. And then the second half, when you're tired, he's then taking advantage. So I don't know if Pep does something where he's like, let me hold on to Doku because I might need that creativity later in the game. And we look to, because again, we're playing away, we're playing at your house, and we might look to just, let's keep things kind of close and let's bring on the difference makers late. I'm not too sure, but if Doku doesn't start, I'm not going to kill him for it because I know the player he is. I'm not going to rate him and think he got dropped. I know that it's tactical if Pep chooses to do that.
All right. So let me just pull up the Man City team. What Man City team do you want to see? Because I'm not going to get to do a preview with you. I just kind of want to touch on this quickly because I could show you what I think the Arsenal team is going to be. If Odegaard is going to be injured, so it's either going to be a situation where immediately you see Ethan come in, or
Ethan.
You could see Ethan come in and start, or it could be a situation where Martinelli.
You want to see the manager trust Eze there?
Or it could be a situation where Martinelli comes in and you see Eze in that position. One or the other.
Okay.
But if I was to put my money on it, he would want to keep Eze. He'd want to keep Eze as is, and most realistic option. If this happens, I'll be annoyed.
But you know he's gonna do that, bro.
Why would you be annoyed? Why would you be annoyed?
Wait, by the way, Saliba's back, so Saliba's gonna start.
Yeah. Why would you be annoyed if he did that?
I don't want to Mikel Merino, Declan Rice, Zubimendi midfield. I don't feel like it offers us enough freedom to attack.
But you're thinking the attack.
If this was more like this, it would make sense. But the fact that Moreno is cooped up in this area and Rice is in this area and Zubimendi's so far deep, we don't create enough space and overloads without a traditional.
What about the defense though? You're only thinking one side. You're only thinking one-sided of things. You're only thinking on the attacking side. What about defensively? Because correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys have already played Liverpool, and I'm nowhere near Liverpool.
We played a similar formation versus Liverpool,
and Liverpool have a strong attack. After Liverpool, would you say that City are the next in terms of teams that you would be worried about attacking wise?
Yeah.
So
I think City have the best manager. Liverpool have the best attack.
Okay, but you face teams that don't quite have the same quality of attack as a City, and you've set up defensively. I don't think you should be surprised if Arteta decides to do the same thing.
Would this be your team?
Defense looks proper. Keeper, yeah. The only thing that might change is we might see a Bernardo Silva and an Oscar Bob instead. We might, but
Marmoush is injured, right?
Marmoush is injured, yeah.
So Oscar Bob.
So what's the deal with him? Is it bad? Is it? I know people were fearing ACL, but
knee injury, no?
Yeah,
I know. But how significant?
I think at least 2. I don't think he's back until November.
Oh shit!
He sprained his knee.
Another Turkey.
So Oscar Bob on this side, Silva on the left, or Foden on the left? What is it?
No. No. Silva off.
Okay,
Silva's actually off, and Doku's on the left.
Okay.
I think we might do that.
All right. So that's what it's going to look like.
Is Savinho is he injured as well?
No, Savinho came back. He actually didn't look good coming in to play against Napoli, and Napoli were a man down. But I'm not going to kill him for it. I think he's
not started loads in it though.
Yeah, no, he hasn't started, and it's one of those where I don't think he starts until we see a poor performance from either Bernardo Silva or Doku right now. But I think he's an early sub.
And where did he play against Napoli? What position, left or right?
Yeah, he came over on the left. He actually came on for Doku. He looked all right. But
people saying, Iga, what the hell is that lineup? Personally, I wouldn't want to start Moreno, Rice, and Zubimendi. I would rather we either play Eze in the middle or we play Ethan in the middle and have more creativity, and maybe start Martinelli and Ethan together, or what do you call it, Ethan and Eze together in the left.
My question is to you, yeah, it's because I saw your tweet saying that people say that Eze can't play on the left wing, so I'm insinuating that he was like, I just want to know how come you're annoyed, innit, if he's playing on the left. Because your tweet.
No, I have no issue with him playing in the left. I just want a midfield three with at least one creative player. I don't view Mikel Moreno as a DM like some people say, but the way that we're using him in the team, he's either becoming another attacking, another box crashing midfielder, but we still lack the creativity and the connection between the lines.
You don't fear City like you have in previous seasons. That's why you're like, let me go more creative, more attacking.
No, because we're at home. I expect my team at home, regardless of who
the onus is on you. This game. This is the game. I think this can be a significant game. I don't like reading too much into individual results. And if the result goes against one of these teams, obviously the fan base there's still plenty of football to be played. But if City go to Arsenal and win, I think that sends a signal out to the rest of the Premier League who may have doubts, like myself, that I'm not sure what the ceiling of this City team is. Likewise, if Arsenal lose to City, I think that's coming shortly after a loss to Liverpool. I don't think it's insurmountable because it's only 6 points, but I think that will put big doubts in fans' minds and possibly players' minds. So that's why I think it could be significant.
Arsenal in the past decade before Arteta had a really bad record versus Man City, and it was
of course. Everybody. I think almost everybody did.
You could say it was a mental block. You could say it was a fear factor. You could say whatever you want. Now, I don't think we view City as a team that's superior to us. We go into that game saying to ourselves, we just need to play our game, and I think we can win. And it's not an insult to City. It's just at home, I expect my team to play a certain way. And because City are transitioning, I don't know if they're gonna be like, here's the ball, you break us down, or if they're gonna be like, we're gonna try to build up from the back, we're gonna do what we always do. Whichever way it is, I think this game is going to be extremely difficult from last year, because last year they found out the hard way. They couldn't just do everything they usually would do, and they had to play different to try to get a result, and they didn't. They ended up suffering and lost 5-1. I think Pep and those players still have the 5-1 defeat in their mind, and they're going to come into this game a little bit more reserved. I don't think they're going to go as attacking as they usually do, and City have looked vulnerable. It's on Arsenal, who has looked poor, as people would say, in attack, even though we have scored a lot of goals, to find those vulnerabilities. And at home, I would expect us to get them, and I would expect us to at least score a couple goals. Whereas for City, they come to our ground and they score 2 goals. I would be impressed.
Yeah, you guys have a very tough defense. If we want to talk about last season, I think you guys did what you're supposed to do. Like when Liverpool made sure to take advantage of opponents that were weaker at the time. Sorry, United Ahmed. But you guys took advantage of City at the time as well, right? That game got away from us very late with those goals, especially from I think it was Ethan, right? So we're not going to play that way. We've already seen a difference in how we're setting up. But I was only asking because if you've played defensive versus teams with a stronger attack than ours, or even a weaker attack than ours, and now you're facing City, I think you would probably set up the same way. That's all.
You know what I'm gonna say, because I obviously haven't spoken that much. Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think, listen, the way they do the 3 CDMs, the 4 centre back things, it worked for you in the first half, right? It's good for Arteta in the sense that you keep it compact. You hope that your 3 attackers can do the job. Whenever you obviously get opportunities, right, via a set piece, via stuff like that, it works perfectly, right? And then obviously in the second half, if you need to tweak it, maybe a bit more attacking, you can bring on 1 or 2 guys because you've got the depth now on the bench to do so. So I just don't see the issue. I don't see the reason for you to be going so attacking, in my personal opinion. Why do that when the game plan, in my personal opinion, is almost tailor-made to be effective over 90 minutes?
Yeah. But if Odegaard is fit, I would start Odegaard.
Doesn't matter who you're going to start or not. But
I'm just making a point about how you approach the game. Should you approach the game with an attack from minute 1, or better to be patient and probing and play your normal, I don't want to say defensive, but maybe cage you or defense first or
cautious
and then take your moments
risk adverse.
Because the reason why I say that is,
the
reason why I say that's a lot more effective. Because listen, I know obviously Liverpool did beat you, but if you look at that first half, you were in the game, you created some good chances, right? I think the only thing that hurt you in the Liverpool game was that I think Arteta didn't realize soon enough they had to make the subs a bit more quicker. That's what hurt me in my personal opinion. So again, I think for me, this works for you. This works for you against the top six. Don't try to.
Ahmed was just dozing off. Ahmed was dozing
Bro,
off.
listen, that woke me up. I don't know
That
what
was a cheeky hook, man. You got a cheeky hook.
Listen, it's been a long day for me, bro.
That's the Price is Right thing. For the people who are too young to know that. I'm just gonna say this. Ahmed, Rak, what's your score prediction? What's your thoughts on the game?
I'm gonna say for you right now, easy peasy. You know what? It's intriguing because I want to say Arsenal's gonna win, and I feel like Arsenal will win the game, right? But these last two games by Man City, they make the fixture interesting, right? But I'm gonna have to say. I'm gonna have to say that I'm sorry, Vaya, but I do think it's gonna be 2-1 Arsenal. I think Arsenal's gonna be
I would like to see City take something from this game, but even though they had a reasonable performance against Napoli and things look a bit better, I'm waiting for that sound effect, Vaya. I'm sure you got something lined up. His finger's on the buzzer right now.
He's wagging.
I think I've seen enough question marks this season so far to make me think that in this game Arsenal will win. I may be wrong, and I hope I am wrong, but I think Arsenal will win.
Based on this season, yeah, I watched every Arsenal game, so no one can say I'm hating in it. See, I watch your guys' games, right? I think City have the better individual quality, but I do think that Arsenal are going to be a lot harder to break down. And what team can do that with Man City's quality? The likes of Fodens, like the Reinders, the Rodris. Obviously, Haaland can get them behind. It's going to be difficult because they're so compact in defense. I see this game being a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be like a 2-2. 2-2, I would say. 2-2. So, yeah, bro.
Let the record show he also picked a draw versus Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
What?
Okay. What's wrong with that?
So that just proves Ahmed's a bona fide Arsenal hater sometimes.
Oh, here we go. So I can't predict. You know what? Arsenal are going to win 4-0. Give them the trouble. Give them the trouble.
That's more like.
Wait. Where's the sound effect for that?
He wasn't being serious.
Vader, what's your score prediction before we move on?
Playing away is not easy, man. You guys are in very good form. Scoring is also incredibly difficult. I don't see multiple goals being scored against you. So, like United Ahmed, we see things a lot clearer than you guys.
Yeah, facts.
I see a draw. But it's a 1-1 draw.
Would you be happy with that result, Vader? Would you be happy with that?
The 1-1 draw I'd accept, but to be happy, I got to see how we play.
You want to know something? It's not going to be pretty, but we win 2-0. It's not going to be pretty, but we win 2-0. We keep a clean sheet, and I do think Arsenal go and win this game. And I would take it as far as to say, if we don't win this game, I feel like the media circus around Arsenal will just get more, and the pressure will just build more, and Liverpool will then be 5 points ahead in September. Come October, if we slip up again, could be 7, and if it could be deja vu all over again. So we don't want that.
I mean, 5 games into the season, nah.
5 games into the season.
I think a draw. I think a draw is not the end of the world.
I don't want to give these guys breathing room.
No, but I think a draw is not necessarily the end of the world. Especially in this area since Pep's been in the league. If a team drops points, even a couple of points at home in a draw against a rival, then fan bases start losing their heads, and I think that's a little bit too crazy. I do think though that if you lose, that's a body blow. I think a draw is manageable. A draw against a very, very good team against probably the best manager in history is not the end of the world. But if you lose, I think that's.
Listen, I love Arsenal, but Arsenal fans can be dickheads, and
all fans can be dickheads. All fans can be dickheads.
And our fan base is the quickest to turn on the team, even though we've been decent the last couple of years. The quickest to give up on everything and start calling for head going and losing their heads. So I don't want to even give these guys an opportunity to lose their heads over anything. Let's just keep the positive moods moving, and let's get the win, get the things going. And I think logically at home, I do think we should be able to have enough versus Man City. And I do think I'm not saying we're currently a better overall team than them, but we are in a better, healthier state than they are, coming off the back of a lot of players getting injured, getting a bunch of players reintegrated into the side, and still finding ways to get results and finding comfortable ways to get these results too. But yeah, enough about that. Last thing on City, Kobbie Mainoo to Manchester City. Could this become a reality?
What?
Look at Ahmed. He coughed like crazy. Kobbie Mainoo is linked to Manchester City.
And what sauce is that? Mayonnaise? What sauce is that?
I'll tell you.
It's the same. It's the French lady that the guy was talking about last week.
You must be. That's
Oh yeah. Saliba signing a new contract. What's your source? French lady on Twitter.
I'll be real, yeah. Kobbie is my guy. I'll back him to the hill. He should leave United, but he's never going to go Man City. Are you joking me? No chance, bro. The guy came through the academy, Man United. But if he's going to join Man City, he's not going to do. He's not going to do that.
You're not going to like it. The BBC.
Oh, BBC, what? Bollocks, mate. They don't follow that.
The Metro. Manchester Evening News.
I've seen Pogba linked to Man City many a times, yeah. So everyone remembers that. So I don't buy into this whole
Ahmed. Mainoo should remember that. He should remember that Pogba was rumored to go to Man City and he didn't, and it ruined him. Mainoo, if it is a possibility of him coming to City, he should take full advantage. You said it yourself. Players need to leave United as of now. Until things get better, for the sake of their career, they should leave United. If he were to come over here, if he were to do a Tevez, we would welcome him to Manchester. We would.
Yeah, obviously, he balls out for City, but 100%. Kobbie Mainoo is a quality player. We've seen what he did in the Euros, and we saw what he did in his first season. That guy, yeah, he's been ruined by. Yeah, I'm gonna start cussing out this manager, bro. I don't want to get you guys.
Oh wait, guys, it's team talks. Don't take any note of it.
What?
Okay.
Team talks. Exactly. See, that's not team talks.
Good job you brought that in the go, eh? Good job you brought that.
How reliable is Mike Keegan?
Listen, the only Keegan I know, yeah. Listen, the only Keegan that I know is Michelle Keegan, and she's fire, innit? I don't know about Mike Keegan. That's all I know, bro. I don't know Mike Keegan, bro.
Listen, we agree on that one.
Michelle Keegan.
Quickly, we're going to talk about the United Chelsea game. Ahmed's here still, so we need to get that in. Now, Garnacho revenge game. What are we saying? Garnacho revenge game?
Bro, listen. Yeah, I'll be so real. If he does anything, yeah, I think I might delete my socials, innit? But he's not gonna listen. He's not gonna do anything.
He's gonna start, right?
Listen, I don't care. He's trash, bro. He's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna do anything.
No, but the whole team's gonna look for him.
Yeah, but they can look for him. But when they do look for him, they're gonna be stressed.
I've seen so many revenge games in my life. I'm telling you, they don't go well usually.
Nah, he's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna do anything.
Either he has a stinker and Chelsea don't get all 3 points, or he has a good game, gets a goal, and you guys lose.
Bro, I think you might see, bro, me crashing out is an understatement. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But what do I think about this game? Yeah, we're losing this game. I don't see us winning this game. It's either I don't see us beating Chelsea. Like, despite me not really rating Chelsea like that. I mean, if we was a half decent team, I'd be saying we're going to win because their record at OT. I can't remember the last time they beat us at Old Trafford, and the only one that they did, it was under Frank Lampard in 2020, and that was in an FA Cup 3-1. They won. So, and that was 5 years ago. So their record.
We didn't beat No. We didn't beat Ayo Grant, the Frank Lampard. It was at Wembley. So the last time we beat Ayo Grant was with Juan Mata in 2013.
Yeah, 2013. Okay, fair enough then. But yeah, so there you go then. It's a long time. But we did lose to Grimsby and we did get slapped by Man City 3-0. So like we're there for the taking. It's not even me trying to be underdog yet because bro, like this team is
no, but going away to Man City is not the same as playing Chelsea at home, is it?
It might not be the same, but Manchester United are just so trash right now. They're trash. We can't score goals. We can't string 2 passes. We've got 8 wins in 31 Premier League games. We're averaging about 1 win every 2 months. It's dire, bro. Like his tenure has been. I was watching his press conference and someone asked him. He's laughing, saying, "Oh, Radcliffe came to me. We're discussing a new contract." Why is he taking the piss? Why is he just there laughing? He's just laughing. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're a manager, I don't know. This is what's embarrassing. You're a Man United manager, and you are statistically the worst one that has come post Ferguson. Yeah, and you're out here talking about
post World War II.
Yeah, post what? See, another record. Do you get me, bro? Listen, this guy's record that he's breaking is horrific. It's horrific. Every prediction I make, I'm more worried about my own gaffer because we've got some competent players in this team. We've got competent players, despite me not rating the exception. But, bro, like, we've got good players. We should be beating Chelsea. I've seen.
So you sack Ruben. You're allowed to pick the Manchester United's next manager. Who are you taking?
Oh, De Zerbi. I'm taking De Zerbi.
Okay, what if they bring you the guy from Bournemouth or they bring you Southgate?
If they bring me Southgate, if they bring me Southgate, I'll go to OT and I'll crash it on them. Do you get me?
You know, the reason why I heard Southgate is because
but that's not going to happen though.
The reason why I heard Southgate
that's why they got rid of. That's why they got rid of the other guy.
That fraud, mate. That fraud.
Yeah, they got rid of Southgate shouts is because Southgate is a cultural builder. And they're like, he could build the culture.
Listen, he got relegated, bro. I'm pretty sure he got. Did he not manage the Premier League team? Did he get?
Yeah, he got relegated.
Yeah. Listen, that's
he got relegated.
You know what it is, Ahmed? You know what it is, Ahmed? Yeah.
Talk to me.
I think for me personally, that I'm gonna be honest. You need a cultural reset, yeah. And I don't listen. Yes, with Southgate, you may be losers like you are now. But the one thing I will give Southgate credit for is that he will actually like culturally allow your club to be reset. Like you actually do.
Honestly, though, man, I don't know. I don't know if that's.
Listen. We might be bad.
Is that because the question I always ask is, is the trade off? Are you willing to take that trade off? If that makes sense, right? Like some managers, you know what I mean? Some managers may be able to do that for you. Some managers may not be able to do that for you. But listen,
no.
Listen, he may not be great football-wise, but he at least will do the things that will help you.
No, but he's done it with England, right? Where they've already had. They had already had a fair amount of quality, and he played Mr. Nice Guy, despite the fact that he was also a bit of a coward. I think, look, I don't want to say a Jurgen Klopp type figure, but I think United needs someone
to build.
Someone who can inspire the players, and they need a really strong backroom staff and improve recruitment-wise. They need, like, Jurgen Klopp was inspirational, but if he didn't have Michael Edwards doing the buying and stuff like that, I think it would have been difficult. Likewise, you can bring in all the good players you want, but if you haven't got someone to inspire them and gel them together as a team, then that's not going to be enough either. You need both components.
100%, I agree with what you said. 100%. But just to add one point, like some people, would you take? I don't want Iraola. Just to make it, I don't want Glasner and I don't want Iraola. I want De Zerbi in it. I've said it for a long. I really want him at my club. I think he's quality. I've seen. Yeah, go on.
If history shows me anything, the things that fans want tend to be the wrong, and the club when they go left.
My talent is cooking, bro. You get me?
And when the clubs usually go and get a Maresca, or an Arteta or Arne Slot. And something that is out of left field.
No, but you're cherry picking. You're cherry picking.
No, I'm giving you examples.
For every good example, there are also very, very bad examples the other way, right? It can work. The point is that if you get the right man, it can work. But one man alone is not enough. I don't think. Arteta alone would not have been enough. The fact is that he had Eddie with him. I know you guys can question some of his recruitment. You had this other, the Cronkies doing this, that, and the other, where they changed their model or whatever nonsense was. Any of these guys individually, unfortunately, football is not a one-man sport anymore.
Fair.
Oh, no, 100%.
And you know
what?
We're gonna have to stay on topic and talk about Chelsea. But before since we just mentioned Arsenal, did you guys see the the viral video?
About?
Did you guys see the viral video about Arsenal and Man United? I'm gonna show it to you guys right now. Look at this.
Well, I'm about to say, like our second 11 will still be better than them and finish above them. 100%. That's how good of a squad that we have built. That's how good of a squad. Of course, Kepa in goal.
Yeah.
Ben White right back.
Lewis Kelly left back.
Lewis Kelly right back. Mosquera and Nkapia. Already unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's probably finishing top 5.
Yeah, it is because their keeper situation is nuts.
Norgard, Premier League experience, captain of Brentford, all that stuff. Very good. Probably starts for them as well. Ethan Waneri, and Mikel Merino. No problems there. Noni Madueke, Martinelli, Havertz. That's our second 11. And they've got subs there. They've got subs.
You see what this manager is reducing this team to.
It's true though.
I've never listen. I'm going to respond. Yeah, Sharky is the biggest waffler on YouTube platform. That's a fact, and that's a fact. And I don't care if he sees this. Yeah, I'll say it to his face. He is a waffler, absolute waffler, and he's obviously rage baiting, bro. Listen, you're talking to another rage bait. You don't think I can clock these things? Forget it. I can clock what he's trying to do. So he's using. I'm not even a rage baiter, to be fair, bro. Obviously, I exaggerate a little bit. I'm not even a rage baiter, innit? I just keep it honest. But he is waffling because he's looking at United not winning games and he thinks our players are all trash. That's not the case. It's not the case. Sharky just waffles, innit, bro? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. If I did a combined 11 with our second team and your first team, I think I could squeeze in 5.
Well, what are we basing it on though? Because if we're basing it on form, your whole team goes in because we're trash. But if we're talking about on paper, then it's a different situation.
Yeah. And like,
because we've got good defenders. Let's not act like we don't have Lenny Euro, Delit. You've got Mazraoui. We've got good defenders. You've got Kobbie Mainoo in the midfield. You've got Cass who can do something.
I think anybody you have on the right, and I think Mazraoui, Skelly, and Mosquera would be in those teams.
Mosquera has played 2 games in the Premier League.
What are we doing here, bro?
I'm sorry. No, you can't say that.
Rack, stop it. Rack,
Mosquera, does not touch the boots of Lenny Euro. You don't touch the boots of him, yeah.
Why? No way. You're a generation all of a sudden.
No, I never said his generation. He's a world-class talent, yeah, but he's a quality player. He's been quality. The thing is, yeah, when you're a defender for Man United, rival fans aren't gonna look at how Lenny Euro plays or how Delit plays. They're just going to look at all my days they lost. Their defense is trash. They're not going to. They're not going to do that. They're not going to be objective. Lenny Euro has been performing consistently, but why do you think Wirtz is getting away with it? Right? Wirtz is getting away with it because his team is winning. But if Lenny Euro was winning, he would be getting plaudits, and he'd be getting talked about as one of the best defenders.
Does Kepa start for your team right now?
Yeah, because we've got Bayinda.
Does Ben White?
I'm not choosing. I rate Mazraoui, and I'm taking Mazraoui any day.
All right, and you're saying Mazraoui Skelly doesn't get in?
No.
All right, so you don't rate our players to that level. Fair.
No,
I think at least 4 Arsenal players get into the team, minimum.
Nah, bro.
But that was a random topic. Let's bring it back to Chelsea. Man United, Chelsea. Ahmed, talk to me. What are you saying? Must win? Is he still there?
He's on mute.
He's like,
it has to be a must. It has to be a must win. To be honest, like at the end of the day, this is a sort of game where you just got to do the job. And
it's an OT, right?
It's at Old Trafford. I know not one day in a while, but this is last year. You know, we had a good chance to beat them, and we didn't. We came as our weak selves. This year, we have to get that job done. And I think for me, particularly after what could be argued to be a poor week in terms of obviously the draw against Brentford, then the loss against Bayern, I do think we have to end this week strongly, in my personal opinion. So I'm really looking forward to us trying to get that job done at the end of the day. And quite simply, I think we're probably going to beat them. Hopefully, a good 2-0. I think probably that will be the scoreline. And I'd like to hope so.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't blame Chelsea fans for predicting a win in it because of how bad we are. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get a draw. You know, I mean, I would say that we do fairly decent against the big teams, but we lost to City and we lost to Arsenal. So that's out the window. So, yeah, bro, I don't see us getting a win. I really don't see it. And it's not even going to be a great game to watch either. Even as a neutral, it's going to be a horrible game to watch.
No, it's going to be a good game. You know why? Because
Why?
both you guys give up goals defensively. Neither of you guys are great.
When it's on Sunday, right?
Tomorrow, 5:30. Tomorrow,
Oh, is it?
5:30.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Bro,
good. That's
the
great.
Premier League, they finally scheduled it perfect. They put Liverpool early Saturday evening, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, City are the headliners the next day. It's perfect.
Sure.
Anyways,
I don't even think we scored an open play goal, but more than one, you know, honestly speaking.
I think
because if you look at it, and one moment, sorry to cut you off. Arsenal, we lost 1-0. We didn't score. Fulham, it was an own goal from Muniz. Yeah, so we didn't score. Forget about Grimsby in it. That's gonna piss me off. Burnley, own goal from Cullen, and Buemo, that was the open play, and Fernandez penalty. City 3-0 loss. We've got one open play goal in 4 Premier League games, and you're telling me that
you're telling me Marcus Rashford has more open play goals in England, and he plays in Spain.
Yeah, bro. Forget about Rashford, man. Forget about that guy, man. Forget about it.
Chelsea. If Chelsea don't win this game, it's because Man United set up well defensively, and they parked the bus. That's the only way Chelsea don't win this game. If Ruben Amorim goes into this game defensive and says, you know what, Chelsea, you break us down. We're playing 5 at the back. We're gonna flood the midfield, try to create counterattacks, play Bruno as one of the 10s, and play 2 actual midfielders in the midfield.
But if Chelsea are smart, what they should do is that they'd give us the ball, because when we have the ball, we're clueless. We're only good when we counter-attack, innit? So if Chelsea want to get something out of this game, just let us have the ball, because that's our weakness. Because we don't know what to do with it.
Both your managers are hard-headed. Both your managers are going to want to play their way. And I think in this situation, it's either Chelsea show the class to go and win 2-1, 3-1, or Man United can thug it out and get a 1-1. I think those are the only 2 plausible possibilities. Like a draw, I don't see Man United winning in any way, shape, or form.
And Palmer's already scored about 4 goals against us, I'm pretty sure. Or was it 3 goals? So, like, he's probably going to do something against us too.
That's pretty much all in one game, though.
Yeah. So,
Ahmed, what's your final score prediction before we move on?
I'm going to say 2-1 to the mighty Chelsea. That's what I think is probably going to happen. Or, sorry, 2-0, I should say, to the mighty Chelsea. I hope we finally just beat the deadlock. And listen, we need a win, obviously, in general. And I've got to go, boys. But peace and blessings. Okay.
Vader, same thing. You gotta go too. So what are you saying?
2-1 Chelsea.
Damn.
The dramatic sigh. I love it. All right, bro. You have a good one.
Yeah, bless, guys. Thanks for having me on.
We got Vader.
Can we get sound effects? Can we get sound effect before you go?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Here we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let me do it properly. Hold on. Let me try to find the right one.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vader.
Look at that.
He's so proud of that.
I rate it.
All right, let's go to this camera. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Big up to everybody. We got a bunch of other stuff to talk about, but before we go any further, what is it with Merseyside derbies getting rain delayed every time?
First of all, okay, I'm gonna predict for the United game. I think it's gonna be a draw. I think United will pull something out of the bag, and they won't lose. United won't lose. This whole we don't dictate what happens in terms of the Merseyside derby potentially being cancelled. We don't want it cancelled. It's at our home. We're already in good form. Why would we want it cancelled? It's not our decision. It's down to the authorities, and it's down to the referee. And but I think the game's going to go ahead tomorrow.
If the Merseyside derby gets postponed, that's like the 3rd time in like 4 years.
Is it the 3rd time? I know it got postponed last year.
It got postponed in December of 2024 also.
I don't remember. I don't know.
That was last year. Let's see.
No, it was last year. Yeah, that's the one.
It got
the only other one.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Anyway,
it was December last year. It got postponed due to weather conditions, and I don't see any other postponements of that. It was just December last year. It was a pretty bad situation. The weather was really bad. But hey, I think you guys win regardless. If it doesn't get postponed, you guys probably win. If it does get postponed, you guys just have more fixture congestion. You're probably upset. But in my opinion, 12:30 kickoff, Liverpool Everton. It has a stinky another 2-1 victory written all over it, where you win it late. Can't keep getting away with this.
I think we Grealish's form is kind of interesting, but I think we will. I think we're going to dominate this game. I think this is time we put in a really solid performance in a Premier League match, and I expect us to win 2-0. I think
it'll be a hard game. Grealish has got a decent record against you. Like he would turn up. So like Everton, bro, like their attack is decent. I think they've got a good attack, and with I do believe Everton will score. But the problem is with Liverpool is like because they've got so much quality and they've got the know-how to get it over the line, especially the last minute. It's going to be difficult for Everton to contain all that pressure throughout 90 minutes because even if it's 2 minutes at a time or 3 minutes at a time, bro, like I'm like, they're going to bag in it. So I think I do believe Liverpool will win this game, but it's going to be a close one. It'll be very close. It's not going to be one-sided. Like Liverpool will have more of the ball, but because it's a Merseyside derby and with David Moyes, who is defensively sound too, he will put up a good performance. It'll be a sick game. I think it'll be a really good game to watch.
I think Ekitike is going to start. I think Ekitike is going to start, and Isak is going to come off the bench. And Salah got had a really good performance against Atletico, and obviously had a big hand in the first goal and scored the second. So I think Salah coming to form as well. If we can get those three firing, Wirtz had a good game as well. I'd like to see Wirtz have good back-to-back games. Then things look like they're starting to come together in an attacking sense, which will be.
Do you think he played well in the Champions League, Wirtz? Because I thought he was decent.
Yeah, he was. He was picking up the ball. He was dropping deep, turning. You can tell that he's got something about him. It's just a question of putting it all together. And when he does put it all together, then I think it's going to become fun to watch.
Nah, I'll be honest. I'm looking at Liverpool and Everton's head-to-head here. Like you beat them 1-0, 2-0 Everton, but then you beat them. It's going to be close, isn't it? Like it's especially with the added additions that I've just named. You've got Grealish. You've got what's his name, and Dai. You've got Beto as well.
Beto, yeah.
Beto, yeah. And defensively, they're all right. So yeah, man. That's what I would say personally. Did you get it? Like. But I know it got. Are you saying Everton are going to get a draw because you believe it or because you hope it? Like, because I wouldn't be surprised if they do get a draw. That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't think they're going to get a draw. I think this is written all over it. 2-1 Liverpool, late winner once again. And I was really going to just speak about some of the other stuff. Liverpool, I think Florian Wirtz, might be better suited as your left wing option right now. Give him an opportunity to play out wide and link up from that position and create a little bit more from the wide channels, drifting into that half space. I think in the 10, a lot of these physical midfield battles might not be suited to him. Him driving with the ball from the left wing might be better. You might get better results from him and better performances from him on the left. He did play on the left at Leverkusen. So do you think you guys would try that out? You think you'll play him in a different position?
I mean, the thing is, in the same way, Gal, that you were talking about Eze, like playing off the left or playing on the left, but actually having much more of an inside role. I think ultimately, whether he plays on the left on a piece of paper, I think the spaces he's actually going to take up on the ball and off the ball are going to be completely different. So I'm not really that concerned about that. I still think the most interesting question to ask right now is how are Ekitike and Isak going to play together? Are they going to play? Is Ekitike? I mean, Slot alluded to it today that Ekitike can potentially play off the left. Has a different profile to Gakpo. Has a different profile to Rio. We haven't yet seen that. So I don't know.
Did you hear about the admission that you guys didn't plan on signing both of them? Tom Werner admitted that the club were not initially planning on signing both to start the summer.
But it's a weird one, right? I saw the interview with Tom Werner. That's not specific exactly what he said, but he also mentioned, obviously we had the situation Jota, right? So you need to find a replacement, and I think it depends on where they see Ekatike's skill set heading. He seems like he's more versatile, but we haven't really seen him play on the left. Really, last season, the team that won the league had Gakpo playing on the left, had Luis Diaz playing up front, and had Salah playing on the right. Right now, we've got Gakpo still on the left, we've got Salah still on the right, and we've swapped out Luis Diaz for Isak or Ekatike. That's our primary starting thing. But we know that Jota had a lot of injuries, even though Darwin Núñez didn't really get much game time. So whilst we're down in absolute numbers, I think in terms of potential players who can play a significant number of minutes, we're at least level. So I don't know. When what happened to Jota happened, I think it was inevitable we were going to buy another forward. The question is where that forward was going, who that forward was going to be, or where he was going to play. I think Ekatike is going to become an exception.
You guys agree with Matty? He's saying if we beat Everton and City beat Arsenal, season over.
I think if City beat Arsenal, I think that's a body blow for Arsenal. It's not insurmountable because it's so early in the season, but I think your confidence that if you lost to City at home, I think you would admit your confidence will be seriously wavering at that point.
More just the fan base will lose their heads.
No, but regardless of that, like you personally, if you lost at home to City, I'm not saying you're going to throw the towel in, but you would think, "Fucking hell, man, are we really cut out for it?" I think you would start asking yourself that question. You're one of the more positive Arsenal fans, and I think that's why I think arguably Matty's got a point.
Yeah, your home games have to be must win. You can't go into these games thinking about dropping points.
And when you start putting out PR, I'm not saying that doing this means something or doesn't mean something, but when the Arsenal fan accounts, Twitter account starts saying going to Liverpool and saying make a statement and then lose, but then you maybe do something, you're expecting a statement against Man City at home, and if you fail that second hurdle, then it's like, I don't know if that's a healthy thing to put out there, and I think I would like it because right now I think I see Arsenal stronger than City, and if Arsenal lose to City, I'll be happy.
Of course you would, because you don't view City as big as a threat as Arsenal, in my opinion.
Not right now, no. I think so. I think Arsenal are right up there right now. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong, and City have proven me wrong several times in the past. But I think right now Arsenal are a better team. That's why I'd like them to lose against City.
Ahmed, you got anything to say on this?
Sorry, about what? Sorry, I dozed off. Sorry.
You're basically talking about if City were to beat Arsenal and Liverpool were to beat Everton, is that curtains? Is that the title done for Arsenal? It's way too early in the season for these kind of.
You could say it's early, yeah, but like I think of Arsenal, they will challenge obviously for the league title because they're defensively sound, but with Man City is that I feel like with them lot, they've got a lot more weaknesses to their game. Like they can't defend as good as you, for example, and the mistakes that they give away to opposition teams is very silly. With Arsenal, I don't think they've got the attack to absolutely kill teams, but you know what it is? When you play against a team that's so compact and so defensive, a lot of frustration builds in, and then the mistakes will start to come because that team would want to push forward, and then you can use your corners in behind and the space will be capitalized. So I think with Liverpool, I don't think they're going to run away with it like they did last year, right? Because other teams, other Premier League teams have improved in comparison to what happened last year. But I don't think it'll be over. Even because
I think it's doom and gloom kind of talk when we do that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be over. I think it's strictly just a situation where right now it's a talking point because the game hasn't been played. It's more likely that we drop points to City than it is they drop points to Everton. But crazier things have happened.
Yeah,
I've seen Liverpool drop points, put us into prime position to go on to win the league, and then we drop points to Aston Villa, Liverpool, Man City go on to win the league from there. It was a 3-horse race, and we all, me and Arsenal and Liverpool slipped up from that position. And now, if we give Liverpool another 9-point lead going into October once again, it would be another situation where it's like we're playing from behind. I don't want to play from behind. I want to keep it as close as possible because we lost at their ground, and even it up when they come to our ground. But hey, that's wishful thinking. We just have to hope that we just have to see consistent performances from Arsenal moving forward. And guys, did you guys see David Ornstein reportedly today said Tim Lewis is gone? Mr. Hairline on the back of his forehead is gone.
Who?
You can't expect most non-Arsenal fans to know who Tim Lewis is.
Tim Lewis is the Arsenal chief. Basically, he's the vice chairman of the Arsenal board, and he was the guy who got rid of Raul Sanelli. He's the guy who basically analyzed the Pepe deal and realized it was a scam. And he's the guy who basically said Isak is too much money. Some of these players that we were trying to bring in previously were too much money. Gauging for the Cronkies what is fair market value and what isn't in the market, and telling them which transfers they should go for and which ones they shouldn't. So he was the one who decided. He was the one who decided Ollie Watkins was not worth more than 40 million.
I think you're asking the wrong people here about Tim Lewis.
I'll be so honest here, bro. When I heard Tim Lewis, I was like, who the heck is that? But reading it, bro.
Look, this is a tweet that I did back in February. I said, I have been saying this for a long time. The only person I trust at the club at Arsenal is Mikel Arteta. I have zero confidence in Tim Lewis and Richard Garlick. Richard Garlick has now become the CEO off the back of Tim Lewis leaving. So there's still one.
Your language there is also a bit crazy. You have zero confidence. Zero.
Yeah.
With all due respect, but you're not a football administrator. You don't work in football. You're not a football professional. How you can turn around and say you have zero confidence when you don't even know necessarily exactly what these guys do? That's not fair.
Because the club became so risk adverse that they were scared to go out and do things to rectify issues. But this window, they showed a pivot where they're more ambitious, and fair play to them. But the last 3 windows, they're very risk adverse, very calm, very much like let's take only what we want and nothing more, nothing less. And if we see a signing that maybe will put us over the edge, we're not going to deal with maybes, only absolutes.
But I mean, City have done that in recent seasons. Liverpool have done that in recent seasons. Yes, you can always pick out individual seasons here, but the fact of the matter is, what you mean by that is Arsenal haven't had a lot of signings come in those 3 windows, and I don't think that's enough. Like, you don't know the ins and outs of what these guys do. You only see signings, and unfortunately, I don't think that's enough to kind of judge these players right. Especially not to say you've got zero confidence.
Hey, from what I've heard, Tim Lewis is one of the main decision makers and evaluators of our business and if it's fair market value or not. And he has made some big calls, like Isak for 55 million. He said it's 15 million over the market at the time. Like Bruno G before he went to Newcastle, basically told Edu it's not worth it.
But if you're looking for perfection transfer market, you're going to be disappointed by everybody.
Hey, fair play. There's also situations where he said it wasn't worth it, and
remember Isak went to Dortmund and failed. Remember that, right?
Like Mikhailo Mudryk, he was the final call. Basically, we don't want to go any higher.
So exactly. So you can argue that's a potential win, right? Imagine if you'd spend 60 million on Mudryk, and he turned out to be this Mudryk. So, we only see a transfer come in, and then it's either hit or miss. There's a lot more to what these guys do in the club, I think. But anyway.
Sure. We're going to wrap it up here, boys. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. You already know what it is. Eagle Talks Football. Quickly, before we go any further, let's just do the final couple games. I'm just going to name them out. You tell me who wins. West Ham, Palace. Palace wins, right?
Obviously, Palace, yeah. Facts.
Wolves at home versus Leeds. Surely Leeds.
Leeds will win that game. Leeds.
Wolves fucked.
Tottenham, Brighton. I think that's a draw, you know.
I said Tottenham winning.
Brighton at home versus Tottenham.
I think Tottenham.
Brighton at home. I like.
Tottenham have only conceded 1 goal.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I think they've been. Yeah, look.
Don't ask me about that.
Bro, listen. No. But Tottenham are serious, bro. Like I had them finishing. I had them challenging for fourth in it before the season started. So I think they'll get something out of Brighton. Brighton are a good side. Don't get me wrong, but Tottenham, yeah, they'll beat them. I'll say 3-1.
I'm saying 1-1.
Yeah, obviously that's what you want, innit? You get me?
No, I think it's Brighton are no joke. They took it to City. Burnley versus Forest. Rock, what are you saying?
I mean, Burnley gave us a good game, but the thing is, if they have to come out and attack, that's going to be the question mark. Having said that, I don't know about Ange, and I'm going to say that it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
2-2.
I think Forest will win that game. I think Forest will win that game.
Forest will win. Next we got Man United and Chelsea. We already spoke about that. Fulham, Brentford or Fulham? I think Fulham. Fulham at home is good. They keep clean sheets.
That's it. That's say Fulham. Yeah.
Fulham at home is no joke, man.
Yeah, I'd say Fulham. That's fair.
All right.
Look up Tottenham Ranger in the comments.
Rack, Newcastle versus Bournemouth versus Newcastle. I think Bournemouth.
That's a good game. Is that Saturday 3 p.m.
2 o'clock Sunday?
Oh, okay, all right. Either way, it's a good game. I thought Newcastle did okay against Barcelona the other day, although I'm not sure. I still don't know how good Barcelona are overall, but I think it was an entertaining game. And Bournemouth have had a really good start to the season, apart from
slapped Newcastle 4-1, remember, as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to say 2-1 Bournemouth.
Yeah, I'll say.
Sunderland, Villa. Villa still haven't scored a goal in the league, and they're not going to score versus Sunderland. Sunderland's going to keep a clean sheet.
You're such a Emery.
Emery is shit, mate.
Oh, here we go. He's been waiting for 2 seasons for this. Look at this guy.
We're going to wrap it up here. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. You already know what it is. Egal Talks Football. There's nothing more to really talk about. If we missed something, please do put it in the chat. Egal, what do you call it? Egal, you need to get out a little. What? Stuck in a cave.
You need to get out
all day. It's not good for your health. Bro, best believe this is the only time I've been on the internet all day. I've been very busy. But yeah, thanks for worrying about my mental health. And also, Tottenham win. No wonder you're a Tottenham fan. You're upset with the fact that I predicted a very reasonable draw versus a team that's a draw against last season, if I'm not mistaken. If Tottenham draw, you owe me an apology on the next stream. I'll catch you guys in the next one. You already know what it is. I'm going to be live with Hamza tomorrow, or I might do it as an upload. Either way, I'll post it tomorrow around 10 p.m. Stay tuned. You already know what it is. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Oh, he's a Liverpool fan. Makes sense. Liverpool fans don't like me right now. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm sending you over to Husam's channel. So I need you guys to tell him Arsenal's going to win the Premier League.
Can I make a suggestion?
I'll be there as well.
Say Salah is a scrub. Just say that, innit?
What do you want to say, Raf?
Cut the stream. I'm going to be on Husam's channel as well as the Liverpool show. So
3 shows in a row. You have to respect it.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a marathon.
Tell them the football's unsustainable. There you go. Have a good one, guys.